bring a friend along, yeah. Now, I got paper and I ain't gon' chase you, baby. I'm gon' take you down. Now, come on, shake it, baby. Turn that around.
And the weekend is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh my Lord, the light is going down and the weekend is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
Everybody, I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Steelers going up against the Redskins. So it's a night of first, the first Monday night game of the year, and the debut of our new broadcast team, as we say hello to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Larry, an exciting time for us here in the booth. No doubt we are ready to rock as we get a look at FedEx Field, just outside of our nation's capital. Tonight, we'll have the final two games of this kickoff weekend, and we begin with a great one here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Washington Redskins. And, partner, these two teams both in the playoffs a year ago. Steelers got in at 10-6. Washington just in at 9-7, winning the NFC East.
I would say that Pittsburgh actually overachieved last year. Had a terrific season just to get to the playoffs. They expect to go a little bit farther this season. When you look at Washington, I would call them a major surprise team. Most people thought they would finish last in their division. They won it. Now they have higher expectations.
Cousins now to throw on first down. But he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Now the Redskins starter here in 2016. It's Matt Jones. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL, and a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
So that one will get them halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now. And there, Matt Jones, the ball carrier. Last year, only 3.4 yards per carry. Did have some explosive plays, though, in the passing game.
And they think that they're going to get him in the running game from him now as well, because the volume of carries for him will increase.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And a gain there of 11 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's what they'll miss in open field.
Cousins on first down. Caught left side, Garcon. And he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. A slot receiver. Do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
On second down, it's Jones. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. The 7th play now of this opening drive. This is 3rd and long, though. On play action, Cousins. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 as the Redskins strike first. So they get the ball first here in front of the home crowd under the lights, and they get 3 points out of it.
And there's something about a night game, isn't there? A little extra snap, a little extra crisp in the air. What a terrific way to get things started. A little extra excitement, a little extra dazzle for the home crowd.
And this will be a touchback, so a first chance here in week 1 to see the ball be brought out with the new rule to the 25-yard line. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Now here is the first carry. It's a welcome back for Le'Veon Bell. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 7, and they get it back to a 3rd and 3.
I go all the way back to college with Le'Veon Bell. One of the better body transformations I've seen, from a big, thick power back to the guy we see now who can do everything.
And 2 years ago, of course, last year the injury, but 2 years ago over 1,300 yards. I think they think he can top that this year.
I don't think there's any question about it.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. A screen to Bell. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. And now a look at the Washington defense.
Ryan Kerrigan is an example of bringing the best of you from college to the NFL and remaking your game. Terrific guy causing fumbles at Purdue, has done the exact same thing in the NFL, then lost weight and became an absolute terror rushing the passer.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. Josh Norman with a pick, he can be such a tone setter for a defense.
His confidence has grown from his first snaps in the NFL. Found his place, found his way, and now everyone just wants to avoid throwing the football in his direction.
Now Cousins hands to Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
One of the beauties of a 3-4 defense is that you have flexibility with your linebackers, and you can put them in different spots. But one of the downsides is an offensive team that's committed to running the football, you can get your big offensive linemen up on linebackers quicker, and that usually gives you an advantage in running it.
Jones. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Offense needs 11. Have to think pass here on 3rd down.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
Play action now. Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. Touchdown. Washington. Jordan Reed, 34 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can...
Fails? Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's second down.
Here we go.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Marcus Wheaton was the one he was looking for. And it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On now the Steelers' second-year punter. This is Australian-born Jordan Berry. Here's Jackson. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like... Go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs. In this case, the feet did a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Again, it's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed. And that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
Throwing is Cousins. And this is caught by Jackson. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. Cousins with a give to Jones. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Matt Jones, a 21-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. 2nd and very short here, less than a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Rolling to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chris Baker in there to drop him with his first sack of 2016.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
They'll run it with Bell. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Kirk Cousins now gearing up to lead this offense back out there.
Expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
He can run for it, and he will. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. So it'll be 1st down here after the run.
And what a weapon to have when you can use your quarterback as a short yardage runner and pick up 1st downs.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man, in there to get him for a loss of 5. And a play like that, with how far he had to go to make that sack, shows how athletic defensive ends have become in the NFL.
And not just athletic, this is coached in a big way. Run to the football at all times. How about him never giving up on it and pursuing all the way across the field?
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They come up in an offset eye. They'll run it with Jones. Stays on his feet. It'll be a gain of 11. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down. Oftentimes we think of those tough yards as grinding yards that a running back has to pick up. How about the tight end there picking up the first down in that situation?
That's what he's there for, right?
Big fella, get it to him, let him fight off some people and pick up the necessary yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Second down following the run. One man in the backfield, that's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wondered, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle.
To throw his Cousins. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. Oh, he slipped right by him. Touchdown, Washington. Chris Thompson, 43 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance.
Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
The give is to Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
To me, that's a superior play by the backer because he was allowed to, I think, run free on it and make that play. His defensive linemen, they cover things down for him because offensive guys, the linemen, what they're trying to do is, is block the guy at the point of attack and then climb to the next level and get the linebacker. When you're not allowed to climb, you got a free hitter, and that's what we saw there, and a really nice play resulted for them.
And ready for 3rd and 6. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. A reminder coming up at this and... Halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Larry Ridley in Orlando for highlights and analysis of our first half.
LR, that's my man.
That's your guy. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he's brought. After a good game. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
Yeah, I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Now let's go! Blue 90!
Again, it's Cousins. That's caught at the 2. Call it a gain of 3. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So now 3rd and goal. Will the defense bring some extra pressure here? And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Dustin Hopkins now for the Redskins field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. So 2 first-half field goals now for a guy who, and you hate to to give him the tag a journeyman, but it's fair to say, Charles, he's been around in his career.
Yeah, it's more have legs will travel for him. He is a guy that's bounced around a bit, but he can still stroke him when called upon, just as he did right there.
Now here comes the Redskin defense heading back onto the field. They had the interception last time, led to a field goal.
And kept points off the board against them as well. What a great way to end a drive. Take it away and set your offense up to put points on the board themselves.
The only thing would have been better, a touchdown. Now they'll be looking to get the stop and lead to that here on the next drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Green's got it over the middle. A good pickup there at 22. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Brown, the lone receiver, left. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he's got the AFC leader in receiving yards last year, Antonio Brown. It's a pickup of 21. And the Steelers are going to have a first down. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Now it's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They come up with 1 running back. That's Bell. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And Bryant's got it over the middle. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Now a field goal forthcoming for the Steelers. From the left hash, this from 34. And Cundiff able to knock it through, and the drive will wind up yielding 3. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. So we reach halftime. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, second down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game, trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, and defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop it, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game, one of the premier runners in the NFL. As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable, usually an excellent target, and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
He's got his man here. It's Green. The 12 yards that time and picking up the first.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
Now Bell, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Well, Brandon, so much for halftime adjustments. They still can't get anything going on the ground. It may be time to loosen things up and start flinging it around a little bit.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up a third down. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. On third down, Roethlisberger. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And he's got room. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Big Ben, with his size, sometimes it still surprises me when he can dance for a first.
He's the preeminent quarterback at taking contact, shedding it, and turning it into a big play. You know what they say about him? It's not the first 3 seconds of the play that you worry about with him.
And Big Ben intercepted a third time. Picked off by the veteran corner, D'Angelo Hall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So here's the Redskins offense now as they get set to start this third quarter.
Let's go! B-19!
Following the interception, Cousins bringing it in. Jackson left side. Room here to run. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A huge play there on the screen pass. 43 yards.
You can think of Deshaun Jackson as a one-trick pony if you want to as a receiver. People think about him just flying past people and catching the ball. But I think he's equally dangerous with what we just saw there, the run after the catch.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And that's why defense coordinators always preach 11 guys to the ball. Because sometimes you have a missed tackle, but if you have a swarm of guys around, less room for them to roam even after the first missed tackle. In this case, the tackle was missed, plenty of open field to get after that.
Caught left side, Garcon. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
To throw, and that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder from 4 yards out. And this Redskins offense continues to pour it on. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline? When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team. Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
He's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. With it is Jackson. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the offense will come back onto the field with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Let's go!
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Another good run there, and now we're seeing an offense that's imposed its will on a defense. When we talk about that all the time, what does it really mean? It means that the guys on the offensive line, they feel like they can do whatever they want. They're in the huddle saying, run it again. Give us another chance to smack someone and create some space. On the defensive side of the ball, not only have they imposed their will against you, you're almost powerless to figure out what you're doing there, but you got to keep your spirit up at the same time, and they're taking that too.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Well, they're certainly running the ball pretty well on this drive, and all I remember as a secondary guy was if you're making a lot of tackles in a game, that's usually not good for your defense. You've got to figure out how to keep things in front of you because you know there's 3 levels, defensive line, linebackers, and into the secondary. And if the 3rd level's leading your team in tackles, as a general rule.
Back now at FedEx Field, and this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter, a very one-sided affair. A give to Jones. Penalty marker is down here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Got the hand caught up in the grill of the face mask. 15-yard penalty.
So tough for a defender. You're trying so hard to make a play, and the way that these offensive guys can move around, sometimes your hand gets into the wrong place.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And this Redskins offense is running away with this one. And he's able to put it through. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
They go play action here on first down. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. While an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play, for the guy throwing it today, as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Here's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. Now, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They come out here in the eye. This is Jones. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one, maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Now let's go!
Now Jones muscles him off. Bulldozes past him. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd and short yard. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ryan Shazier in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Ryan Kerrigan in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
There are a lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside, not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the first. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He finds Coates complete. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
That escapes the sack. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. He completes it to Bryant. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
Like my old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Second down, Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Here's Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by the linebacker, Arthur Moats.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder...